jag spela in. Allt är på svenska, det är ju jätteroligt. Ja.
Well, good evening, laddies, lasses and lasses, and welcome to the Click, the home of the only main character in the universe. That is right, and how do we prove that I am the only main character in the universe? I have a great idea. The trick is to debunk every other wannabe main character in the universe, and I will be the only one remaining, hence the one true main character. Welcome to r/ImTheMainCharacter, where we debunk fake main characters, and to ensure that the only one remaining is me.
And now you're like, Click, but you're not even the main character on your own channel. It's either Emotional Support Demon or Mango or even Simba, you know, the little fat bastard.
Anyway, enjoy the video.
That was kind of a snappy comeback to my own, like, impersonation of my audience. But it's just factually correct. Damn it.
Big thanks to our tour guide who took this group photo of us. Hey,
but he's the one in the focus. You can't even see the people. I am so dead. Imagine when you've been on vacation and you get one of those file sharing things from, you know, the person carrying the camera, and it all looks like this. I guess we're just like background characters in our own vacation. Oh, goody. That'll be $50, please. Thank you.
Okay, we got like a little event, like a TwitchCon or something, I think. Oh, we got these two guys just running up and pretty much photobombing the event. That's not like... Oh. This reminds me of like children's parties, where, you know, some spoiled brat who's like 5 years old tries to blow out someone else's birthday cake. Oh, there you go. And he's still trying. This is kind of hilarious though. He's getting wrestled to the ground by really buff dude in like nerdy outfits. This is really funny. Oh, and here's a guy like there's the Spider-Man or something. Hell yeah. Why are you doing this? You're like coming and trolling a wrestling event and expecting no one to wrestle you to the ground? That is a main character attitude right there. Oh, no. And the dude is just still filming, while his friend is being absolutely bodied to the ground, because it's still the same cameraman, right? He's in on the prank, and he's just standing there like, yeah, this is good content, my friend is being absolutely obliterated. You see, this is why I never leave the house anymore. This is why I isolate myself from humanity. It simply is not worth it.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly why at the top I said please do not try to physically involve yourself in any of the matches. Once again, it is for your safety and the safety of all our wrestlers here.
Jesus Christ, that's so stupid. Oh, some activism action? Okay, that doesn't look safe at all. This looks like a president escort or something like that. You know, God, there is a time and a place. Jesus, this is just bad vibes all around. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think we can close that one. It's just incoherent yelling at this point. Sometimes I wonder how many of these sort of activists are actually just sponsored by big oil companies, for example. Because there's no way there are this many activists that think this makes the movement look good. That part is wild to me, because many of these activism topics are really important, but then you have these portions of the activism that just makes it so incredibly unlikable, right? It must be sponsored by, like, the competition. That's my conspiracy for the day. I think at a couple of points it was even confirmed that was the case. So I guess it actually is a conspiracy, not just a conspiracy theory. Yippee! Bill Burr commentates Yoko accident.
Chuck Berry is probably one of the main reasons why John Lennon ever picked up a guitar.
This one is so funny.
So now he's on TV. He gets to play with his idol. They're playing Chuck Berry's hit Memphis. Okay, John Lennon's got Yoko in his fucking band. They're in the middle of singing this song on television, and they're killing it. It's going great. Yoko's playing some stupid drum, and even though she has no talent whatsoever, he's putting her in the band just so she'll shut the up and stop nagging him, because he's too much of a pussy to tell her that she has no talent. All right? The only reason why you're here, Yoko, is because you're sucking my dick. All right? No, you can't play the bongos. But anyway, she's up there playing the bongos, right? So John Lennon, Chuck Berry, two of the greats of all time, harmonizing, singing this hit from the 1950s.
That's quite
That's
beautiful.
what this moment's about. And Yoko, in the middle of it, can't handle that she's not getting any shine. She takes the fucking microphone out of the stand, starts playing the bongo, and as they're singing, you know, go, go, Johnny, go, whatever, she picks up the mic and I swear to God goes,
yeah, that's a really good impression.
Crazy shit. And you see Chuck Berry's eyes can open as wide as they are, and it's that fucking look.
I have seen that original clip. The commentary added some context though, so that's very fun. But it really is like that. And then you can hear the audio engineer just turn down the microphone after just a few seconds of the wailing. She literally just goes like... It's like the impression of a mountain goat. I don't know what she was thinking. And like the reaction of the rest of the band is just like, what? What's going on? What is this a bug in the system? It's not. It's not a bug in the system. You just have a little main character off to the side. Karen downtown who got what they deserved.
Have you never heard of a leech in the city? Really?
Oh god, she just looks like the person that just picks fights for no reason. That, oh god.
Yeah, go call him. Karen, please, Karen, call him. Karen, get your phone now and call the police.
I'm just waiting for him to come by.
And which country should I go back to, Karen? Huh? Say it. Now you cat got your tongue?
Can I get my tongue?
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah?
Edit it out. Go ahead, edit.
Edit what out?
Come on, puppy!
What about no?
Were you trying to get the dog to run out into the street?
That's incredible. I'm just passing
Yeah, what a concerned citizen, right?
trying to instigate the dog to go into the middle of a highway.
Wow.
What problem do you have?
Wow.
Siri, put it out there. Put it out there that you can walk around without your dog on a leash. You know what? Put it out there that you can insult someone of Asian descent, and then also try and instigate a dog to go in the middle of the street because you're a...
Oh my god, what a self-righteous person that is just obviously so awful. I mean, you have it on video that you're trying to make a dog sprint into the street.
They don't want to go down and fight.
Did she forget that they're filming this?
You're wasting tax dollars.
And then she doesn't want to call the cops, but she like wants them to go down and turn themselves in for not having a leash.
Bola, come here. Bola, come, Bola.
And she goes to get, and the dog, like, oh my god, that's so bad. That's so bad. Good thing there wasn't any traffic at that moment, but Jesus freaking Christ. And to be honest, as someone who's owned dogs in the past, and someone who babysits dogs sometimes, I would probably have a leash on the dog if I'm that close to a busy road, you know, because dogs are animals. They can like sprint off. You know, if they see a squirrel, they get distracted, something happens, they get scared, you know. Animals are sometimes unpredictable, so wearing a leash in this case would probably be a good idea. But what this lady did is not the way to do it. Obviously, like if you're really concerned about the dog running into the street, you don't try to trick it to run into the street to cause an accident to like prove a point. People that are this self-righteous always show too much of their hand too fast. They're self-righteous because they want to prove someone else being wrong. They're not actually interested in doing good. Because if this person was actually a good person, they wouldn't try to make the dog run into the street. You know, they have just proven right away that they're concerned because they're trying to get someone else to look bad, not because they actually want the situation to get better. They're just a piece of poo. Well, that is it. Lady, you suck. And also main character. Yes, indeed. Oh, no, come on. Oh, man. No. That is so not hygienic. Oh, that's... no. I swear to God, TikTok brings out the worst. I can't tell if humanity has always kind of sucked, which I think it has. I mean, just look at history. I think humanity has always sucked, but TikTok, like, enhances a certain breed of suckiness, a certain spice of it. And at least I get to laugh at it in content, but my God, this is not good, fam. Just Stop Oil booed as they halt performance of Les Miserables. No. No, come on. They're just singers and actors that have, like, practiced this for a good while. And everyone there has paid to be there. Aw, come on. But what are you expecting to happen? Do you expect everyone in the theater to walk out and be like, you know what? I'm never gonna drive a car again. That's not really how it works. And this is what always strikes me so weird. Like, this kind of activism is incredibly important. You know, energy questions, environmental questions, how we waste things, renewable energy, etc. But there are so many of these activism things, it just turns into absolute disasters. It's so unlikable and disruptive, and no one likes it. To be honest, I think some of them really are paid off. Like, I don't think they're undercover agents. I don't think these are actors in a kind of wild conspiracy. I think it's just like competitors, like oil companies that go in and fund the most outrageous portions of the movement so they get more funds to do stupid shit. I honestly think that's how it works. Because there is no way There is this thing when you have like activism or something good you want to push, is that you actually have to get people on your side. That's the thing. You can't antagonize people and disrupt their day and be annoying and then expect them to like you enough to listen to what you have to say. People are subjective, and if you piss them off, they're not gonna do what you want. Ah! You know what you should do on airplanes that are already a little bit crowded and like dirty and that kind of stuff? That is right, put your feet up and scrape off your shoes into the hair of the person in front of you. This is how you make sure you never make new friends. This is really gross. I'm surprised the person is actually wearing a face mask though. Like, maybe they weren't allowed on the plane if they weren't wearing it though. Because this is not very sanitary, fam, dear God. It is a new year, a new me, and new earbuds. Woo! Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever, with optimized gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit. These earbuds are so comfortable and will not budge. Trust me, they offer 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life in their neat little package. Raycons offer 3 sound profiles: pure sound, balanced sound, or bass sound. You can easily switch between these sound profiles at any moment using the touch features on your earbuds. They are also sweat and water resistant, which makes them perfect for using during your workouts. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/theclick to get 15% off your Raycon purchase, plus free shipping. Thank you so much, Raycon, for sponsoring this video, and now, back to the memes. Mwah. Airplane hack. Oh. I mean, you can also just, you know, use the table. They're there for a reason. They're there for hygienic reasons. No. What is it with airplanes and people just losing their basic sense of hygiene? Oh yeah, let me just take my feet off and put them in the face of the person in front of me. Oh, so let me remove this and
No, it's okay. If there's a pandemic, we'll be totally fine because people are so hygienic.
It's a miracle we haven't been wiped out already.
I got denied from the Sistine Chapel.
Oh, I was there recently. It's really cool.
It has to be the last Sunday of the month, otherwise this won't work. Get to the museum entrance no later than 8 a.m. or you'll be at the back of this line. Make sure you're dressed modestly or you won't get in. Doors open.
Yeah, make sure he does modestly. Crop top and small tight pants. No, that's not how it works. There are signs everywhere in this region that says that you have to cover up. That is like the culture of this place. It's an historical monument and also like the literal Vatican. So this is very, very silly. Oh my god, I can't break the dress code that is here for everyone, literally. Or you can also travel there in winter. That's a bit easier. Then it's way easier to dress like modestly, so to say. That's what I did. It was like 17 degrees Celsius, perfectly comfortable to walk around and do your thing in the city. So I highly recommend. Oh my god, this is amazing. They even got multiple camera angles. Okay, I kind of like this. I kind of like this. If I'm stuck at a red light for an extended period of time and someone chooses to do this, I'm gonna be thoroughly entertained. Okay? This is good main character. They're not actually blocking traffic. They're just doing it for fun while there's a red light. And they're actually kind of good at it. This could be like a show. Oh my god, it's like a worker or something? Okay, that's really funny. That's really funny, because then they probably know what they're doing and they know where the traffic goes and that kind of thing. Okay, I like this. This is good main character. Good main character stamp. Thank you. Ignoring the brownie table and confidently cutting myself a slice of her wedding cake, thinking, uh-oh, they forgot to serve it to everyone else. Me, a guest at my friend's wedding. I know better now. I hate myself. Okay, I have some respect though. I have some respect for like doing something and messing up and then realizing like, oh no, I completely misinterpreted the situation and kind of being apologetic about it and being like, I learned. That's fine. We all mess up. I'm gonna give this one half a gold star for the awareness. It's kind of funny. Did he pass the vibe check? Poor guy to the left is just sitting there like, oh my god, I booked first class to not have to deal with this. I mean, the thing I don't get about this, I'm gonna be honest, is that the choreography is actually kind of good. Like, it's obvious they practiced this. Why don't you do this in a location that looks nicer and where you also don't bother people? You could have done this, like, I don't know, in front of the beach at the destination you're going to or whatever. Like, in an airplane, the equivalent of, like, a sky bus. Why? Why?
When he takes a nap, it irrationally annoys me. we can just look that up on the ick indicator. That's why I made it. There are two types. There is not enough of something, and then there is being affected by something. This would be a type 2. That's too sensitive to sleepiness, having a feeling of sleepiness. And then we just find the degree. This is arranged from more understandable behavior to less acceptable. If he cannot swing a hammer, it's normal to be icked out by that.
Okay.
But not so much if he can't carry a refrigerator. It has to do with reasonable expectation. So
Alright, fair
if you
enough.
were icked out from him wearing a raincoat or carrying an umbrella, that would be an unsalvageable ick. I would put needing a nap somewhere in between making a big deal of a cut or a bruise and enjoying music a little too much. I'd place that right about here. That would be, who do you think you are? Get some perspective, lady.
That's an amazing diagram. I need to start doing these kind of things and just like review stuff. Like the bingo videos I make. I need to do that, but with diagrams like this. Thank you, good sir. You have inspired me for future amazing content. But also, who gets upset that their partner takes a nap? Wouldn't you just be like happy for your partner that they're relaxed enough to actually take a nap, be able to recover and be healthy and just have a good vibe? No?
It's not masculine enough for me when my husband takes a nap. Napping means low testosterone,
Even though like when you wake up is when you have like the most testosterone and stuff, but ignore that! Oh. People need hobbies, man.
Don't mash it. Don't mash it.
Ugh. God.
Oh my god.
This kind of stuff could be a scene in like a comedy movie where the point is to have an annoying character. And then have the character get like smacked in the face or something because it's satisfying towards the end. But not in reality, fam. You're actually bothering people. You're bad little poo-poo. Bad.
We got out of there!
Oh god, is this kid. I hate this kid so much. I think everyone hates this kid. So he goes around and bothers people, and then he has a bodyguard that stops anyone from stopping him, so to say. And you're harassing people with kids? Man, I mean, TikTok has reached kind of low lows, but this is kind of new. You see, then the bodyguard gets in, and it's just chaos. I wonder how much this stupid kid actually pays bodyguards to put up with this. It's like, hey, go around and be my personal wrestler and stop anyone who I piss off too bad. Like, protect me while I harass people. While I harass family fathers on the beach. I mean, Jesus, the bodyguards that accept this as well must have some kind of questionable morals, I'm gonna be honest. If I was in the bodyguard business, I probably wouldn't take this kind of client. And I also wouldn't take this kind of client for my own safety. You know, there's one thing to be a bodyguard or security personnel, and there's one thing to try to protect someone that actively looks for trouble, you know? It just feels like, you know, sooner or later something bad is gonna happen. You know? Jesus Christ, man.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
Good, bro?
Whoa, whoa.
You okay?
Whoa.
Damn!
This just feels like it's all staged. Every person in the shot is in on it, including the fourth person tossing stuff. I just get the impression that this is all staged, right? It's so weird. This feels like a fever dream. I'm gonna be honest. This is like some weird kind of main character where the whole thing is staged. If you staged a whole prank, like sure fake content I guess, but at least no one gets like bothered for real. So that's a small gold star. Let's see, did something pause? Apparently Skyrim started. I pressed something and now we're playing Skyrim. Cool, I guess that's a good break in the recording. I just started What did I click on? Alright, now when we had a bit of a Skyrim break, we're gonna watch this video with a Karen resisting arrest. That's fun.
Do not touch me. Did I ever say you do not touch me?
I mean, I've seen enough videos of police being shady in the US, but trying to bite police officers is probably not like a good idea, and it doesn't seem they're being like overly violent either.
You don't get to touch me. You are a disgusting piece of shit. The next time you fucking touch me.
Hey, get in the car. Sit in the car.
No. Time.
They just wrapped her up and carries her like a toddler.
I sat out there and served you guys hot dogs.
That is so funny when you keep doubling, tripling down and just lift you up like a toddler. And you just keep screaming, trying to demand respect when they carry out like this. And also the whole idea. They'll be like, I did not
consent to you touching me during an arrest? Alright, lady. Okay, very cool. Oh no, he's genuinely so hurt from like millennial mom bombing his shot. That's so good. We should all just do this. I think this is the way to kill this kind of annoying trends. Just photobomb everything you see in public with this kind of stuff, including in gyms. You know, oh my god. That would be so good. That'd be so good. Just society coming together to just stomp out this pest. Alright, got ourselves a little bit of gym action. Good stuff. Doing Earls, just minding my own business. Okay. And now we're like playing in super slow-mo because this one girl... Am I crazy or was she hella judging me? This has 7,000 comments. Okay, a pretty decent rule of thumb here. If you have to play a video in slow motion to catch someone glancing over at you for like half a second in slow motion, then they're probably not thinking about you that deeply. I'm gonna be honest. There's plenty of weird judgmental people out there, but this is just witch hunting. This like weird trend on social media is witch hunting. You try to like cancel people for looking over. No, stop, stop.
I love New York!
First thing you do when you arrive at your destination.
I love this place! Hey, shut up over there! People actually live here, asshole!
And that's pretty funny, that's pretty funny.
Every single Italian I pissed off in the year 2023.
Okay. Oh. No! The scissors? No. Calling over another waitress? And she's like legit, she's flabbergasted. I mean, I would be too. That is wild. You bring your own sister to a restaurant in the first place? This is your ketchup? Okay, well, that is fair though. Usually restaurants don't allow you to bring your own food in. That's just standard procedure. Doesn't have much to do with Italian culture. The police wrote me a ticket. Eating pizza like a taco. Oh my god. Unfolds it. Vibing. Turning the Pisa Tower into my own creative art project. Oh my god. Okay, that... Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's kind of like 12-year-old boys on vacation kind of vibe, isn't it? And some of these are really funny, but it's perhaps something I would do with friends. Like if I had an Italian friend, maybe I would mess with them with this kind of stuff. Like, hey bro, let's cut the pasta. And they'd be like, no! You know, that's kind of funny. But like going to a restaurant, bring your own food, that's just kind of against regular policy. And you know, stuff like that. I don't know. Woman gets mad because a man parked in a spot she usually parks at.
I don't care. Go take it to a lawyer, okay? No crime has been committed. You guys need to get out of here.
She called the cops on it.
You can go in your car, you can get your groceries, and we can stop this.
I need his phone number because I am going to talk to him.
I will give you my phone number.
There you go. If he wants to give you your phone number, then he can. If he doesn't,
I wouldn't give her my phone number.
I don't want to, but I'll give it to you for the sake of, look, we live in the same place. If we can't have good energy here, that's a bad thing.
Wow, he's so diplomatic.
From Massachusetts or wherever you're from, Maryland. I've lived here 15 years.
Oh, that's so elitist.
I've lived in this building, but...
I need your phone number.
Being a newbie has nothing to do with this. So you don't need to judge him.
I need a phone number so I can...
If he wants to give you your phone number, he can. Yeah. If he doesn't, then he doesn't.
What is it so I can tomorrow?
1-800 up your butt.
I was just saying, like, man, he sounds really diplomatic for like a confrontative neighborhood Karen, you know? He was just baiting all along. Oh, that is so beautiful. I would have loved to see the continuation of this video if there is one. Oh my god, that is so good. It's not even her designated parking spot. It's just a random public location she's used to parking at, and someone else happened to park there. People have way too little problems in their life, I swear to God.
Why is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? You should be dead? That's okay?
Someone has been scrolling r/Tinder too much.
In general, I've said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that shit up? Everywhere I go, I get the same smirk with the biting lip. Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss.
Boss.
Dude, you want to step outside? You want to step outside? Huh? I'm not scared of you, pal. I'm not. You shut up, too. Go ahead and attack me, Jake.
Okay, well, that escalated. Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, there are some people out there that will shame people, especially men, for their height. There are a bunch of people that shame people for a bunch of things about their bodies, be it weight, be it height, be it sizes of various things, etc. And that's never okay. But also, like, listening to a few highlighted toxic people on, like, Tinder and thinking that all women think like this, for example, is hardly productive. And it feels like something is very insecure about, but this kind of stuff doesn't project any kind of respectable behavior. It's just kind of a tantrum. So when people laugh about this kind of stuff, it has nothing to do with your stature. It just has to do with how you act. That's the difference. There are plenty of people I know that are short, that get plenty of attention because they're genuinely likable, fun to be around, have cool hobbies, etc. Humans are incredibly complex. You know, we consist of, if you want to be mathematical about it, many, many variables, which is why I always cringe a little bit when I see someone make such a big deal out of like a singular trait. A singular trait is very rarely the determining factor if you find love or success in dating or something. But if you're using Tinder, get off Tinder. Like, the demographic difference there alone makes it a hard place. Women get spammed to crap, and men barely get matches at all. It's just not a good place. There are much better options out there if that's where you want to go. But, yeah, don't pretend one single thing makes the whole person, I suppose, is a bit of a wholesome takeaway from it all.
He's had this song on repeat the whole bus ride. Help.
But why, though? Why? Why don't you just do this with headphones? The experience for you is the same, but no one else is bothered. Headphones. God. What is bro doing? This seems like it's been some kind of bet between friends, I'm gonna be honest. But the VR set isn't even connected to anything, right? So it's just standing there with a VR set that isn't even hooked up to like a console or anything. So he's just kind of wearing empty glasses. I mean, they seem to be enjoying it. I feel a bit bad for the teachers that have to clean up this mess all the time. Oh my god. I swear to god, retail workers and teachers should get paid like hazard pay, but not because it's a hazard, just like annoying people pay, like dealing with Karens and rowdy kids and that kind of stuff. It's like hazard pay, but for dealing with annoying people, you know? That should really be a thing that is like standardized in employments.
Men used to build these for women, and now they want to split bills.
Okay, that's a new argument. I don't even know how to reply to this one. How is this correlated in the least? Oh, just chilling at the beach and... Oh, that's one way to get your camera angles, I guess. Okay. Alright. Well, just power couples at the beach, I suppose. Oh, hell yeah! Nice! Oh, okay, goodbye. I guess we were taking too many butt shots and forgot that the car was parked on the sand by the ocean. Great. Oh, he's trying to film someone swimming underwater? Okay. Oh, just having a casual little... Oh my god! Oh! This is... People have no shame anymore. I mean, I'm not sure if they ever had shame, it's just that it's immortalized now. It's kind of funny to see how weird everything looks behind the scenes, though. I'm gonna be honest, that's really funny. I think one aspect that enhances this so much, if we're gonna go down a slightly analytical hole, is that humans have always been social creatures, right? We all care about clout, about social status, all that kind of stuff. It's a very human thing to do. I mean, we like to say, you know, that we're above it and we're above gossip and that kind of stuff, but humans are social creatures, there's no escaping from it. But what I think social media does is that it puts it in such a black and white context. I got into a conversation recently with a few creator friends, and we talked about how weird it is really how much people care about subscribers on YouTube. And some people even choose who they spend time talking to depending on the subscriber numbers. Of course, sometimes that can be purely a business choice, of course. You want someone with similar veterancy in the same genre, etc. to work with. That can also be an aspect, of course. But it becomes such like a black and white extension of that instinct we have about social clout. Now it's just not a like semi-hidden perceived social clout or dynamic in the group or whatever. Now you have a number stamped next to your name that says you have this much clout. This is how much you're worth in like social popularity, which is Pretty wild. And I think this is very common across all social media, really. I just use YouTube as an example because this is where I'm at. So it's weird it takes something that is like innate to humans and just puts it on absolute crack. It's kind of wild. And I also think, honestly, this is a reason why so many creators get, like, depressed, for example, when their channel starts going downhill. Because there's so much self-worth and stuff that gets hooked up to this because, well, clout is very addicting and, like, running everything is addictive. And even your dashboard is trying to make it addictive. You have little sparkles when you get, like, a 1 out of 10 video. Like, this is your best performing video this once. Little sparkles, you have little fireworks in your dashboard. It's absolutely nuts. There are so many things that are just made to give you a dopamine kick about this kind of stuff. So channels going downhill definitely creates bad stuff for mental health regarding creators. This is like a rabbit hole that would be interesting to make like a more full-length video about.
Yo, you want to see something cool? No? Well, I'm gonna do
On
it
my
anyway.
Grinch stuff at the airport. I wonder what like the target audience for this is. It must be some kind of promo for, you know, OnlyFans kind of vibes, right? Combined with just rage baiting and try to do the most outrageous stuff so it goes viral. What a shame that there is no name visible in this. Oh no, what a shame you can't credit the creators. Which, you know, you should do mostly, but when it is like an obvious rage bait marketing scheme, I don't really care so much, I'm gonna be honest. But I will say it is cringe, and look at the next video. No one, me creating my own music video in my head with AirPods. I mean, you're not just creating your own MV in my head with my AirPods, you are filming it, so you are kind of just making a music video in public and trying to get people to look at you. You know, if you want to make a parody of it, you should film yourself in the bathroom in front of the mirror singing to your comb and be like, and I believe I can fly high. You know, that would be funny. It's like, you know, when you pretend to be in a music video because you listen to music in the shower. That is funny. It's relatable, it doesn't bother anyone. Do that for a skit instead. No. No. Ooh, maybe I can sell that as one of those hustler courses, you know? I will give you ideas for how to do stupid skits for TikTok that don't bother people.
Alright, thanks bro. I'll go ask him right now. Everyone, there's a fire in the building. I need everyone to head out right now. There's a fire in the building.
Oh, why did I just feel that it was heading in some kind of direction?
No, everybody's coming. Oh shit!
And you're like trying to scream more and more to make it more panicky and more effect.
Everyone, this one. Quick. Let's go. There's a crazy fire happening right now. Guys, quick. Chop.
Oh my god. I'm just really glad it doesn't look very crowded, right? Because things with this is that the reason it's illegal with forced fire alarms and that kind of stuff is that if there's enough people and you get like a stampede, it's really dangerous. People get trampled and suffocated in those kind of situations. This is really dangerous. So I think these boys were just kind of lucky that the event wasn't that crowded, so you didn't get like a stampede effect. Imagine if this room was fully seated, and you had like 500 people in there all cramming through the exit. That's the kind of stuff that, you know, makes elderly people and kids stomp to death. This is really nasty behavior, and if you do this, you're just a piece of crap. I'm gonna be honest. This is not even like, you know, annoying prank territory. This is just dangerous and is illegal for a good reason. POV, being embarrassed going shopping in my horse riding clothes. Jokes, my outfit is gorgeous and hat is worth more than their whole family's outfits put together. I mean, I guess hockey players could do the same thing. Hockey gear is notoriously expensive with all the padding and stuff. You can just put on hockey gear and walk through a supermarket and be like, yeah, my hockey gear is more expensive than your t-shirt, bro. I swear to God, people like this have to be so unremarkable. You know, you put on like some expensive sports gear and be like, yeah, I'm worth more than these two stupid 5-year-olds with their family. It's just so pathetic, man. That anyone posts this and think that this is like some kind of flex. Oh, that's astounding. That is just astounding. Oh, are these the same kids again that did the fire prank? Oh, they're going up to like girls asking if they're single when they're literally with their boy.
Sorry? I said you look like a bit of a cuck. Are you? Are you?
Yeah, you're kind of slapping above your weight class there, buddy.
You slapped me?
height and weight matters a lot in physical confrontation. I say this as someone who used to do a decent chunk of martial arts. Like, you don't go up to someone that's 20 to 30 pounds heavier than you and taller unless you really, really have to.
Get out of here.
And you're even like kicking after them? Oh, there's the next tall dude. You're gonna bother him too? Pranks like this are not even pranks anymore. You're just kind of like attacking people in public. My god. Good for the dude though to like stand up for it, kind of. I would probably just have walked away because it's not really worth the confrontation. They're obviously looking for trouble. So, and one thing I learned in my many years on this earth is just kind of pick your battles. There are plenty of people out there that will egg you on. It's rarely worth it because most times they just want to escalate, and the consequence of escalating something can be really bad. I mean, people can get really seriously hurt or even pass away from, for example, falling on the ground in the wrong way and smacking their head on something hard, especially on city surfaces. So there is that thing to be aware of, that they look for escalation, and sometimes simply not participating is the easiest. Also, I must say though, it is very satisfying to see him get a slap and then like back off like a little coward. The moment you realize you're not the best friend. Like you're running to the person on stage and like, woo! And they're like, that was really weird. Is that even another student, or is it like the teacher trying to stop it? Or I don't understand. That is so strange. I mean, it's obvious they're running towards the stage. So if it's like another friend being like, I want the hug instead, that's very odd. This whole video is so out of context and like a bit uncomfortable.
I am such a remember when type of person. Memories mean so much to me. Heart. Lucky you! Repressed memories of child abuse can make remembering any of the good parts too risky.
Where is this coming from?
Cherish not having CPTSD.
Okay, that sounds awful. Don't get me wrong, but I do feel like this falls into some main character territory because you're just inserting yourself into like something that has nothing to do with you. This girl is just talking about how they like to reminisce with their friends, which is like a pretty common human action to do. And trauma sounds bad, but it has nothing to do with this person trying to twist it into them being insensitive because they're not allowed to privately reminisce with friends. Twitter, not everything is offensive. Stop inserting yourself into things that they're not even talking about you. Jesus Christ, man. France made me cry. Okay?
I don't know. It just made me feel stupid. You know, like, why do I want to travel here?
What?
I don't know how I feel about this. I'm just filming this video here in Lyon, France. It's my first time visiting. To be honest, the experience is very isolating. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful city. Has a lot to do and see and to discover, but I don't recommend for solo traveler or people or someone who doesn't speak French, because it's a very isolating experience. People here, they seem very indifferent.
Okay.
I had no problem meeting people and socializing in general in Italy or even in Germany. People tend to be colder, but I had no problem whatsoever because I'm a very social person. But in France, the experience is very different. I feel very isolated. People make you feel bad for not knowing their culture or speaking their language. Haven't really met anybody in here. I've been here for 5-6 days now. I almost feel stupid for coming here, spending money. I even bought a French hat. You know, I'm here to learn, to explore. But the experience is just, I don't know. I don't really like it.
Okay. I've been to France relatively recently. I'm not the same part of France, but that was a pretty positive experience. People were pretty open and welcoming and stuff. Of course, communication is sometimes very difficult because not everyone speaks, good English, and my French is not the best, though. If you're in eastern part of France, you can encounter people that speak pretty good German, though. So that's a bonus for me, though. But yeah, no, language barriers can definitely be a thing, depending on where you are in the world. I don't know. Going on a solo trip also carries the risk that you might not have that money to socialize with, because people that are there obviously just going about their day. Sometimes you get lucky and you just bond with locals and that kind of thing. I've had that experience when I've traveled a few years ago and I was playing Pokemon Go, and sometimes you would just like get along with people super well, and all of a sudden you had a group of friends like out of nothing. It was really cool. So sometimes you can get lucky, but I'm not sure if you should expect expect it in the same way when traveling, but I've also mainly traveled with friends or partners or family and that kind of stuff. Never really alone in that way. So I don't know, fam. I don't know what the purpose is. If you like other countries' vibe more, then travel to them more, I suppose. That's a decent takeaway. Need money for Birkin. Send money with Cell. So you're putting up like donation flyers so people can just send you money for a fancy bag? People actually sent money? No way that is real. No way someone sent you $1,000. Here's a random flyer. No, I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe you raised money for this. Dear God. This is like a different category, you know, you have choosing beggars. Is this choosing beggars? Is that what this is, or is this something else? Like, when you beg for money, but it's for buying something kind of luxurious and unnecessary. Something you would get for yourself as a treat if you've been doing well business-wise, but not something you would beg for, you know, because you don't really need it. Is that choosing beggars? I can't tell what category this is.
If you don't have clothes on, you need to be out of here, man.
Oh, they're just wearing body paint, I think.
Go closer.
That is body paint. I work in the industry.
Go closer. Oh, so this is like some kind of...
You need to leave. It's not
No.
some like hidden camera prank sort of thing.
I mean, she's covered, so...
Yeah, she's covered.
She's covered.
Oh, and she has a couple of people along with her, just like back her up and see if people still confront her. That's really cringe. Are gyms really this wild in the US nowadays? Or is it just the stuff that reaches, you know, TikTok that is this unhinged? It's like a different world, man. He looks like such a good cow, though. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing this because animals can poo and that kind of stuff, and it's not great to bring them into the store like that, but I mean, I would probably pet it. I like animals in general. I would probably pet it, but don't do this. Oh, that is so good! That is so good! Okay, this gets the good main character stamp. Good main character stamp! Just like a really nice Freddie Mercury cosplay, bringing good vibes. Hell yeah, I approve. Oh, that is beautiful. It's just instant karma. Whoever threw that little bottle has one hell of an aim. It's like a tiny phone held out by a person. You just hit the phone bullseye. Oh my god, heck yeah.
Come with me to clean the Burger King bathroom.
Yeah, this is a
for
weird
free.
trend. I've seen this a few times by now.
I was caught cleaning their bathroom. When Alejandro, the employee, saw my beautiful work, he
and it's always such a weird storytelling.
I have so many questions. Is it okay for
so
me
many questions. Is it okay? Will I be kicked out? Will I finish? It's like a very weird dramatization. I've seen the clone of this a few times now. It's an odd trend. And someone actually explained to me why they get kicked out for this, because at first it just looks like kind of public service, right? It's like, oh, cleaning stuff for free in public spaces. Why not? But the problem is it's not really a public space. It's inside of a privately owned restaurant that's owned by a company. So if something happens in the bathroom, they will be responsible. For example, a bad reaction with chemicals because whatever they're using to clean hasn't been approved by the restaurant and the standards. And that's why they can't allow people to do this, because they would be liable if something went wrong. So that is mainly the reason. Yeah, so that's why you shouldn't do this. If you want to clean stuff that is like public, or clean a friend's place, that's cool. This stuff makes it complicated.
And this person just heard me speak Spanish, and she said, great, you're a Mexican, right? Repeat what you just said. You have a problem when people ask you Spanish in your country, right? Yeah. Repeat what you just said. It's American. What did you just say to me? You don't speak Spanish. What did you just say to me? What did you say to me?
You should speak American in America.
You know what you said. You're racist.
Oh, they must be in Disneyland or something. I was like, what's with both of them having ears? But I guess they're in Disneyland or something like that.
I told you. You have a problem with that, right? What I just said. You have a problem with it. That's a problem to you, right? It's offensive that you use that bathroom when she's in a wheelchair. No. Your comment was racist and it had nothing to do with using the restroom. I hate Mexicans. It's true. Awesome. They're racist. Awesome.
People say the darndest things, at least. They're being honest. You know, that's No, I'm not gonna call it a gold star. It's like a little poop star. Policing what language people speak is wild. I speak like different languages all the time when I'm out in public with family or my partner or friends, etc. Especially when you're abroad, it's like super convenient to have essentially a secret language or multiples of them where you know that people can't tell what you're saying. It's super convenient. It's like, oh, I'm traveling through the US and I don't necessarily people want to listen into private conversation. I just start speaking Swedish or I start speaking German or whatever. It's learning multiple languages is a great thing, and it brings you closer to the cultures as well. Most people are very excited and like really happy when you make an effort to learn their language. Learning languages is a beautiful thing. It really is. I always get a bit of an odd vibe when I see people that get so upset with people speaking different languages. It should be celebrated. It's a nice thing. Problems with the Wi-Fi.
Hey, I live next door. I've got problems with the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Okay, so why are you here to me?
Does he need help with his router or something?
It's your Wi-Fi, isn't it?
Oh, okay, there it is. That answered that question, by the way.
Have you
got a problem with my Wi-Fi?
Well, I've got problems with your Wi-Fi. You've put a password on it.
Oh my god, that's so shameless. Holy crap.
Look, how long have I been here now? I've been here 2 years. I've happily used the Wi-Fi, and now I see that you've put a password on it, and I can't use it.
Okay.
I think you're being unreasonable.
Sorry, what? Sorry.
What? I like how the guy's like so flabbergasted. Am I hearing this correctly?
Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah, I have Wi-Fi, yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I've been happily using your Wi-Fi now for a couple of years.
Okay.
And all of a sudden you put a password on it.
As most
and
people
I've got
do,
no
yeah.
access. I tell you what, you let me have your password, and that's the end of the problem.
What problem? It's none of this person's problem.
Yeah, but hold a minute. You've been using my Wi-Fi.
Well, I don't know how much of your Wi-Fi it is. I mean,
all of it, I would guess.
It's a signal, isn't it? Right? Well, the signal doesn't remain just within your four walls. So what comes out here is public. It's on public property, right? It's public.
Okay, but the password is on his property, though, if you want to make that argument, which is a very stupid argument in the first place, but...
Because I put a password on it.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right. So, look, there's two things we can do. One is, and I think the easiest thing is, let me have your password. Or, of course, you can always remove your password.
Oh, those are the two options. Okay.
Simple as that.
Yeah,
and that would solve the problem for both of us, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is like, I'm paying for it. And like, why? Yeah, but the thing is that, like, okay, so I put password in it. Yeah, I put password on it because my Wi-Fi was being really slow, and my broadband.
Yeah, that tends to happen when the whole neighborhood leeches on your Wi-Fi.
To make it faster, and but obviously because they thought other people were using it, and coincidentally, someone else was using it.
I think that's very unreasonable. I mean, you know, there's got to be
my
a
Wi-Fi
bit
was
of
being slow because someone else was using it, and coincidentally, it was you who was using it.
Well, it was probably me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've established that. And then my Wi-Fi was being slower inside my house, so my broadband suggested put a password on it.
Look, I don't mind how slow it runs. Actually, you know.
No.
Well, you're not paying for it.
How slow it runs, but I do.
Well, okay, but that's the Wi-Fi within your house. What about the Wi-Fi that's coming out the walls? And that's what I'm using. I don't mind how slow that runs.
No, the one that's... Okay, it's two different Wi-Is that's leaking out of the house. Like...
Well, okay, if you want to use some of it, I mean, you can sit in your garden and you can use the Wi-Fi there.
Okay, so you have two computers. You put one computer in your garden to, like, suck up the Wi-Fi that would otherwise leak out. Solid logic there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, right now I put a password on it, so then, like, now it's just mine.
I mean, it wasn't just yours to begin with, too. It was just that other people could leech it.
I'm sorry, Fruit, but you're being unreasonable. It's not neighborly.
It's not neighborly.
Trying to be neighborly about these things.
I demand free stuff, and if you don't give it to me, you're not neighborly.
Close the door, seal up the letterbox, but anything that comes out through the walls is public.
Yeah, try to make that case for, like...
It's not public, though, is it?
No, it's literally a private Wi-Fi. Public Wi-Fi will be publicly accessible, which is not. When it's a signal like that, it has nothing to do with like the borders of the physical house. It's a signal. It's gonna go through the borders. What matters is your router and what password you put on it, which is his. So they're being very insistent though. I'm like very surprised they're so shameless. I'm kind of flabbergasted about that. Just like the guy in the video. It took a couple of minutes to be like, wait, what are you actually asking? Oh, that's wild. That is so funny. I love my Polish heritage group. I just returned from Krakow and found out that being a Polish American means nothing. I was so disappointed by the lack of interest or even respect I received from the Polish people about my Polish heritage. Wait, so you went to a country and be like, I scored 10% on some DNA test Polish, and you expect them to be like respectful and surprised? But what? Do you even speak Polish? They were nice, a bit standoffish, but eager to be nice enough to recognize that I was spending a ton of money in the country of my ancestors. Krakow is beautiful, and the food was great. The hospitality good, but it mattered very little that I was of Polish heritage. I was very disappointed in that aspect and probably will never visit Poland again. Oh my god, if that's all it takes for you to give up your heritage, that you come there and be like, hey, I have a little bit of stuff in a DNA test from this country, and they're like, okay. They're like, oh, I will never visit this again. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, if you know, someone came to Sweden up to me and be like, I have Swedish heritage, and I'm like, okay, do you speak Swedish? No? Okay, but so what? I don't think this matters so much to people like you think. Discovering family history and stuff is fascinating, but I don't think random people in the street is really gonna care, I'm gonna be honest. Well, laddies, lasses, and lasses, I do hope you enjoyed this absolutely beautiful video debunking all the other main characters, so I can be the only main character left. Oh yes, indeed, Yayit. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the very near future. Take care. Mwah.